Hi, this is Titiksha.
And this is Sophia, and we are presenting our mini service design case study for theme birthdays. When I was a kid, birthday party most oftenly took place at home. There used to be some close friends and relatives, simple cake and some balloons with music, and that's it. But trend is changing with a rapidly changing world. Nowadays, parents want to celebrate their kid's birthday in a unique style where they can pick up their kid's favorite theme and would like to make it more memorable and fun day for kid as well as his or her friends. Arranging a theme birthday with all tiny details is not easy. You need to get all the decorations according to theme like balloons, table cover, backdrop, poster, cake, return gifts, blah blah blah. You need to arrange a lot of things. You need to arrange food and games for the entertainment so the kids don't get bored. And someone also needs to click photos and attend guests. Lots of things, right? And often we end up getting tired or panic at the end to make it a perfect day. It requires resources, money, pre planning, and time management to get all relevant things ready for the party. Especially in Finland, it is not easy to get all theme relevant supply at one place and at cheaper cost. Now let's have a look at how we have designed our mini service case for theme birthdays. As this is totally new service, we decided to go for lean approach by introducing our minimum viable product through social media. In our case, we have involved our customers right from the beginning throughout the whole process of developing service, and we are constantly improving our service based on the feedback we have received so far from our customers.
Theme Birthday is an event organizing company which will assist busy parents to arrange their special event in a unique style. Our motto is kids as well as parents enjoy their special day together without getting panic or stressed about the whole event. Theme Birthday is specialized in arranging theme decoration, venue for the event, catering services, return gift, games, and entertainment as as parents wish. So let's have a look at different design tools we have used to make our service better. We have combined different service design methods mentioned by Mark with double diamond model described by British Council. We are now going to talk about persona, customer journey, stakeholder mapping, business model canvas, and service advertising. For themed birthdays, we have received so far 4 contracts and we decided to use this persona for our case study. Personas. For our service, it was very important to carry out research and understand what exactly customer wants and expects from the service we are providing. Research was carried out on different nationalities like Indians, Finns, and other experts from US and UK. As mentioned by Mark Stigdom, it's important to create personas to understand customer needs, their thinking, and motivation. It's also a good way to put research data in a systematic manner, so not to dominate our thoughts over collected information. Based on the research, we have created 3 persona for study. They are all real cases except some changes in name. Persona 1 is Leonie, who is 35 plus, Mexican, and she has currently relocated to Finland. Leonie would like to arrange theme birthday for her son, but she is new in Finland and is confused where to go and get all the stuff. If someone arranges the whole event in her budget, she would more likely to go for it. Persona 2 is Taria, 40 plus. She is a Finn and is on maternity leave, have lot of time and can arrange party on her own and knows resources from where to get all the material. Taria wants it to be simple and sweet and can do all the needed arrangement on her, but she needs a helping hand during event execution to handle the arrangement and for games and entertainment. Persona 3 is Risho. She is Indian, 30 plus, is working mother who would like to arrange a big party for her kid's birthday but has no time to do all the arrangement. She would like if someone could do it as per her requirement and in a targeted budget.
Customer journey. As mentioned in book, this is a service design thinking by Mark. A customer journey map is nothing but a structured visualization of service users' experience. When user or customer interacts with a service, it creates a touch point, and these touch points are used in order to construct a journey. Let's go through a customer journey of Persona 3 named Rishu. The whole customer journey is divided into three stages: pre, during, and post execution. Let's have a look at a storyboard. Pre phase. So, the customer journey starts like this: Rishu wants to arrange a birthday party for her 4-year-old daughter. So, she starts looking different themes online that would suit her daughter's age and choice. Then, after some analysis online and discussion with the birthday girl, she finalizes princess theme for her daughter. As Rishu is very busy with work and hardly gets any chance to arrange things for party, she starts looking for party organizers at Facebook. During phase. Through Facebook, she found theme birthdays. She likes their photos and their ideas on execution, and she decides further to contact organizers. Organizer sets up a face-to-face meeting to discuss all the details and gather requirements from Rishu. After discussion, Rishu receives detailed proposal with cost estimates. Rishu checks the proposal and thinks that there are some things that she would like to change and requests for a second meeting to finalize the plan. During second meeting, final plan is approved and budget is fixed. Deal is done. After 1 week, Rishu has her third call with organizer via Skype who presents her all details like final cakes, pictures, menu and catering service details, return gifts what they will be and pictures of venue and stage decor ideas. After the presentation, Rishu gets a bit more confident and feels happy as things are proceeding accordingly. At the execution day, when Rishu and her family enters the venue, which is very well decorated and organized, they get surprised and happy. So there is nothing to worry about for the whole event. Post experience. The whole family gets time to enjoy birthday and provides very good feedback to organizers, and they recommend our services to other friends on social media. Now we come to touch points. Looking at different touch points like searching for information on intranet, web, visiting theme birthdays Facebook profile, face-to-face meeting, making deal. These are the different touch points that Rishu had with our service. And here is the emotional journey of her whole service experience. As we can see, Rishu got confused after receiving lot of information from the internet during the pre-phase. After meeting with service organizers, she gets excited. But looking at the proposal, she again gets confused because she would like to have certain things in a different order and would like to make few changes. Once Theme Birthdays provides the final presentation and plan with budget, she gets happy as things are on track. So this is how the whole customer journey looks like. It's like a storytelling of a customer's own experience.
Stakeholder map is a visual or physical representation of relationship between different parties involved in or with that particular service. This way, it helps us to analyze and understand who are our key stakeholders and what value do we exchange. Let's have a look at different key stakeholders we have listed here for theme birthdays. So these are the key stakeholders that we have listed for theme birthdays. For theme birthdays, our key stakeholder are of course our customer, then social media, personalized party designers, online party suppliers, physical store, hourly workers, bank, artist, courier service. Other stakeholders who are in the outer circle are public sector, catering services, venue and renting companies, guests and friends of the host. So this is how our stakeholder map looks, and this is how it looks after we connected the relationship. So this is our final stakeholder map with the relationship shown here.
Business model canvas. It is most popularly used for describing, analyzing requirement and designing the business model. Business model canvas helps us to identify our key stakeholders, different channels, customer segments and revenue streams. As listed here, our key partners are online media channels, physical party stores, catering services, personalized party supplies, and entertainment artists. Our key activities would be event organization, catering services, providing party supply, games, and entertainment. Our key resources here are different catering services, online media channels, personalized party suppliers, and hall renting companies. Value proposition. The value that we can receive by offering this service and from customers' end by receiving this service is happy kids and parents. Whole event management is also a value proposition. Party decoration, invitation, return gifts, and games, these are the values that we can provide to our customers. Customer relationship. While providing this service, we can assist our customers while doing the event management. So we are providing here personal assistance and co-creating successful and memorable event. Customer segments: parents, kids, families, and guests. Channels: social online media channels, advertising through public places like daycare, schools, health center, etc., and word of mouth. Cost structure. Our cost structure is a cost driven business model, and it's a variable cost structure because we don't have a fixed pricing structure. We are using a dynamic pricing structure. Expensive key resources in our business model are catering services and venue prices, as we don't have any influence on this structure. Revenue streams. Revenue is generated by decoration material, games and entertainment, and return gifts. What else do we get than money? Of course, happy kids and families. Service advertisement. Here are two shitty drafts of service advertisement that we have created during the process. After receiving feedback from our customers on first flyer, we modified it and came up with the second flyer. And many more to come. Conclusion. This is the service design overview model mentioned by Stefan, which illustrates how service design operates as a mediator between different stakeholders and customer. We have referred this model which helped us to deliver high productivity in marketing our service more efficient and effective. As shown, the gray box represents different suppliers and partners involved in that service. At the same time, service design develops insights based on customer and market needs. In an organization, service design supports and helps to establish strategy, develop service concepts, solutions, design processes, and guidelines. Service design designs the interface between organizations and clients. The diagram shows here how service design operates as an interface itself. What we learn while designing our mini service case is raising customer satisfaction, understanding their needs, and fulfilling their requirements is most essential part of service, and we have to continuously improve it and learn it. References: